Have you ever caught yourself thinking, I know I'm capable of more, so why do I feel stuck? If you have, you're definitely not alone. For a long time, I thought people felt stuck in their job because they just simply needed a better one. But the more I talk with women like you, the more I realize that's not the real issue. The real issue is something I call the corporate dependency cycle. Once you see it, you'll start recognizing it everywhere, including your own career. Hello, I'm Misty. If we haven't met, I am the creator of the Grace Built Solutions Lab. I help high performing women build professional freedom by creating multiple streams of income, strengthening their careers, and positioning themselves so they always have options. Let's start from the beginning. The job isn't the enemy. In fact, your job has probably opened doors for you. It's helped you develop skills, build relationships, gain experience. Maybe it's allowed you to provide for your family or accomplish things that you're really genuinely proud of. None of that is the problem. The problem starts when that job becomes your only source of security, when it becomes your identity. Then comes the paycheck. And let's be honest, we all need one. We all like a good paycheck. Bills have to be paid. Kids need shoes, uniforms, trips, vacations. The mortgage isn't going to pay itself. So naturally, life starts organizing around payday. One paycheck covers everything, and after a while, you stop thinking of it as income and it becomes your lifeline. As your career grows, so does your lifestyle. You move into a nicer home, you get a new car, you travel more. Maybe your kids are in activities, but keep in mind, none of those are bad. The challenge is that your expenses often grow alongside your income. So even though you're making more money than ever, it doesn't necessarily feel like you have more freedom because now your lifestyle depends on keeping that same paycheck coming. This is where fear quietly enters the picture. Not because you hate your job or you're bad at your job, but because the thought of losing that good paycheck, that income, feels a little overwhelming. You start wondering, like, what if there's a restructure? What if my department gets cut? Will AI change my role? And that fear does not always show up as panic. Sometimes it looks like staying in a role that's draining you, staying in a role that you are not growing in, staying in a role that you just completely hate because it feels safer than taking a chance. Eventually, fear turns to dependence. Without even realizing it, one employer starts carrying the weight of your entire financial future. And honestly, that's a lot of power to give away. When all your security comes from one place, from one source, it becomes really hard to make decisions based on what you want. Instead, you make decisions based on what you can't afford to lose. This is usually the part that most people recognize. Maybe you've said something like, I know I should leave, but I know I'm worth more, but I know I want something different, but that little word but is often the clue. Most of the time, it isn't about talent, it isn't about your qualifications, it's about feeling like you don't have any other options. And when you don't believe you have options, staying put feels like the safest decision. Here's what changed everything for me. I stopped asking myself, how do I escape corporate? And I started asking, how do I create more options? Those are two completely different questions. Maybe your options look like, as I mentioned in my previous video, consulting, freelancing, and teaching, small business, doing speaking engagements, investments. The point isn't to do everything. The point is to make sure that that one paycheck is not carrying your entire future. Every new income stream, every new relationship, every new skill, every new opportunity, my daughter, child, every new opportunity gives you a little bit more confidence, and confidence is what creates choices. Confidence allows you to rest in that freedom that you have. So I'll leave you with this. What if the goal was not to escape corporate, but building enough options that you finally have a choice? I know I use that word choice a lot, but that's what it is. That's what professional freedom looks like. Not walking away from your job tomorrow, not starting a business, but knowing you have options if tomorrow ever comes unexpectedly. If you're wondering where to start, I have a free guide. It's called 5 Skills You Already Have That Can Make You Money This Month. I know, long title, but straight to the point. It'll help you identify skills that you're already using on a daily basis that can bring in additional income. You can download it using the link below. And if this conversation resonated with you, I'd love for you to subscribe, like, and share every week, multiple times a week. Here at the Grace Built Solutions Lab, we're going to be talking about practical ways to build more freedom, more confidence, and more options, one strategic step at a time. And I'll see you next video. Thank you.